Hey, Jeff Dorian here from thesoapguy.com. Today I'm going to do the video sitting down. One of the reasons we decided to go ahead and do these videos first thing in the morning was that was the time of day that was open for me and that I wouldn't miss. So everybody has time in their day that is open for them. You have to figure out what that is for you so that you can get done what you have to get done. Today I want to talk a little bit about the tools that we have available, social media tools, and the one tool in particular is Facebook. And Facebook is a gigantic double-edged sword. It is probably the biggest and best marketing tool available to young people or individual people starting a small business. It is a fantastic marketing tool in so many ways. It's a great way to connect, and it is also a gigantic time waster, right? So you have both sides of that. So you have to have some discipline around that. I don't know what your discipline has to be or how much of a time waster it is for you. You might be sitting here saying, hey, that's not a time waster for me. But you do have a time waster, whether it's watching TV or playing video games or something. Everybody has time wasters. So if you know that Facebook is this fantastic tool and you have to get good at using it for marketing your small business and getting everything off the ground, you have to have some discipline about it, and it has to be task oriented. You have to be able to get X amount done each day, X amount of productivity before you do something else that's a time waster for you. I'm not saying to completely give up the things you do, right? But it has to be very limited and has to be on the back burner. If it's not, then you're very likely that you won't be able to get your project off the ground. So having said that, the other thing that's really amazing to me is just the gigantic amount of laziness, huge amounts of laziness out there. And I see this when we start to run a contest and a project like we're doing now. We get emails from people. And I had 2 emails in the last 2 days. One email was saying, I would like to know something about you, and they put in quotation marks, like about us, like it was an about us page. And can I get some free samples? So first off, they were asking for samples. We do have a sample button on the website. Secondly, we have an About Us button on the website where you can click that and find out how we got started several years ago. It might take 10 seconds to find it, right? So I mean, that's getting back to that laziness thing, right? And so that's one of the things that I think if you're the type of person who's so lazy that you can't spend 10 seconds on a web page to actually find out the information, maybe going into business isn't the right thing for you, that you're better off staying at your job and having that type of a lifestyle. The second thing is that somebody was asking, they said they went to the web page and that they couldn't find how to sign up for the Secret Soap Club, which is how we give away a lot of the other soap. Right, so I got out my phone, and I'm 56 years old. I'll be 57 this year, and so I got my first PC when I was 38. It was a gigantic, huge thing for me. Wow, PC! Look at all the stuff this does, right? And I didn't know anything about it because I didn't go to school with it, and I had to teach myself a little bit, how to build a web page, all that, so I could, start my business. And so on that homepage there is a form that you fill out, that you put in your email address and your name, and you just hit the click button, and that's it. So once again, I went on my phone because I was figuring, well, I'm not that familiar with the phone. Everything I do is on a PC. So I went to the phone, and I said, well, how long is it going to take me to actually find this? Maybe this person's right. Maybe it's hidden. Maybe the way it's configured is it's way down the bottom of the page. But boy, this time it took me 15 seconds, all right, to find it. And it got me thinking about people who want to be in business, or they join our contest. What we're trying to do here is build a community of people who are really serious about marketing products that are health products, not just Soap Guy products, but something that you make. If you make something that's super awesome and you want to be part of our community, that's fantastic, right? But if you're so lazy that you can't get to a website and have to shoot us over an email, by the time you shot us out that email, you could have found the information that you wanted. These people, maybe we should refer to them as the fakers. We have the makers, and then we have the fakers. And the makers are the people actually getting stuff done, and the fakers are the people who are sitting on their couch thinking about getting stuff done and sending out emails saying, how do I find something, when it's right there. All right, so if the fakers, if you guys could go and join another community, right, and leave all of the makers here, it would be a lot better for all of us, right, because we're really trying to have some fun and do some really cool stuff and change people's lives here. So that being said, don't forget, if you go over to thesoapguy.com and you put your name in to that Secret Soap Club form, you're going to get a few emails from us, but we're going to give away a lot of soap there. We're actually sending out 3 lots of 20 loaves to 3 different winners. That'll be happening today. And then everybody who's watching our regular mornings with the soap guy, and if you've sent your email over to soaporders99@gmail.com with March Bath Bomb Contest in the subject line, right, you have a chance to win. We're giving away, I didn't realize, but we already had 30 boxes packed up for winners that had soap and bath bombs. Next 30 boxes I pack up, I'm going to just make sure that they're have bath bombs in them. So if I misspoke earlier in one of the earlier ones about just getting bath bombs, I just want to let you guys know that's what it is, and don't be surprised. So the main point of the video was the double-edged sword of marketing on Facebook. All right, so you have to have some discipline around that. There was one real quick story that there was a fella that was started, and maybe it was a young lady, I don't remember exactly, but they started a business by baking cakes. And if I remember the story correctly, and I'm going to have to look this up. Once again, I think that this story starts in New York City. And so they were a cake maker, but they didn't have the resources or the money to go ahead and rent a retail store. So they made their cakes available to all of their followers on Facebook, and they would deliver them. And they did this for 6 months, and they built up their customer base, and they had outstanding cakes. And they knew that they were an outstanding cake maker. They just didn't have the resources to go and open a store. But after 6 months, they had enough repeat business. When they went to sign the lease on that store, all right, they already had business and followers built up. So the first day they opened the door, they had business, right? And before Facebook, this was completely impossible to do. It was a really, really cool story. And because Facebook and everything online is a visual medium, they were able to take pictures of all of the super cool custom cakes that they were making for people. And people would see that and say, man, I love that cake. How about you do this cake for me? And then they would go ahead and do it. And it was just it was a heartening story from somebody just starting with, you know, a cake pan and a small mixer and an oven that they already had in their apartment. And not much room. You can imagine an apartment in New York City would have very little room. So there are people out there doing it, and we salute you. We salute everybody out there who's making things happen. Congratulations to you guys. Congratulations to the winners here so far. Thank you for everybody who's tuned in so far. Sorry about the rant. Just got those 2 crazy emails, and I was just thinking, wow, you know, yeah, let's have the fakers go somewhere else. Keep the makers here. Thanks, guys. We'll see you next time.